Says, will it be all right for you to take one more look at my website and let me know whether there is any weird stuff that I should fix, please? And so I guess before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up. All right, so yeah, they said, I'm thankful for the advice you gave me, blah, blah, blah. So the advice that we had given this person before is they were doing a weird thing where they were a 301 redirect. They had a blog. So they had their website and it said blog up top, but when you clicked blog, it actually took you a different domain. So they had a different domain that their blog was on. So we told them to just, and they actually had all the same articles, I think, on their website as well, but I think they were like shorter or something, like much shorter, but the longer full version was on the blog. I don't know, it's very,
Definitely unnatural.
yeah, very weird and unnatural. We told them, get rid of that, just 301, the other blog to your main site, 301, each article over to its matching article. So they did that. They also had very thin content on a lot of their category and product pages, like very thin. And so I told them, go ahead and beef that stuff up. Yeah, they were trying to keep it all above the fold and then just not writing anything else. And yeah, then we also told them to use Surfer SEO as far as knowing, keywords you can use in your articles, content length, all that good stuff. And so just a month, so we had been doing some link building for the site and it had been struggling. It kind of would pop up every now and then, but it was just having a lot of trouble. And so we gave them this advice, and after they did that advice, it was like then the link building plus all the other work just instantly kicked in, right? And they went from only having one page one ranking to having 50 page one rankings in 1 month. So it's definitely a good month for them. And yeah, so let's go ahead and I guess we're going to look into this a little bit further and just double check again, see if we can find anything else weird going on. I'm going to get a screenshot up for you real quick so you can have something to look at while we are looking through his website. Nick, do you know what website? Are you already looking at it?
Yeah, I know. I know the one. I can also see it on your screen.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll just kind of throw this up.
So I'll pull it up.
Yeah, so there's for you guys to look at. Made the changes and just start seeing instant improvements, right? Still going to take some time. Kind of low volumes, kind of keyword type of site or whatever, but it's kind of just starting to rocket up after some easy changes were made. So yeah, let's go and look through things. I mean, I'm not going to look through the off page at all because we've already analyzed the off page and we're building links for it now. So there's not really much we need to do about that since we're handling it. But yeah, what we're doing at this point, just for anyone that's curious, is you can see how, they are gaining lots of keywords and traffic is definitely spiking right now. But as far as what we're going to be doing with link building for this site is we're going to keep building to the homepage with natural anchors. And we're going to want to see that. We're going to want to see this kind of growth for, a couple months or even a few months before we start doing some links to inner pages. Just let it keep going. Keep doing the natural stuff. Don't get too aggressive with the inner page links and don't get too aggressive with, exact match anchors too soon. Just keep doing the natural stuff to the home page and let it kind of keep growing and it'll start to kind of slow down. And at that point, you can start giving the inner pages some love, but, in general, keep up the homepage linking as well. So that's what we're doing there as far as link building goes. As far as the site goes, yeah, look at all this content. Oh my God. Really added a lot more content on
Sure
there.
did. Yeah.
That's nice. Um, yeah. One thing that, one thing I will say this. I'm interested to see what you say about this, Nick, because I think you'll have a different answer than I have.
Mm.
In one of his other messages he said that, yeah, I've got all these page one rankings now. I haven't got any sales from it quite yet, but yeah, my rankings are just going crazy. And I will say, just by looking at the site, one thing I will say is the site looks outdated. What do you think about that, Nick?
No, I would agree with that. It looks like a 90s website. If
Yeah.
I was to go buy these products, then heavy, heavy text,
Yes.
stock images everywhere. It doesn't exactly scream trust to me. And then it doesn't really showcase the products very well.
Mm.
There's no images specific to this product that they're selling. And this is an ecom website, I think, right? So
Yeah.
probably beneficial for them to spend some money there. Yeah,
So what I'll say, and this is not SEO advice, this is
no,
CRO, conversion rate optimization. So this won't affect your rankings, or it shouldn't affect your rankings if you're not, changing anything in a crazy way. But my advice would be to update the look and the feel of your site to make it more look in line with like other e-commerce sites now. This will help, so you're getting the rankings now, but you're not getting the sales. This will help with, the sales part. So you're getting the traffic on your website. Now you need to turn that into paying customers. So yeah, just update the site, and it's just a, this includes like the theme that you're using, just the overall layout of the site, your logo, all that stuff. And my advice would be to just look at other websites in your niche. Look at other websites, just how does the site look and feel, and kind of try to do something somewhat similar. You're not exactly the same, but similar is fine. And then as far as you also said, Nick, that it's got all this text. So yes, the content is very good, but now we're kind of running into this problem where it just looks like this huge wall of text. And I'm not even sure. I guess these are the products right here. So I guess
yeah.
we're on a category page.
We click one of them. Yeah.
So yeah, when you click on one of the pages, it gets a lot better. I can see how I'm supposed to add it to my cart and stuff. Um, but as far as the product page goes, I would figure out a way to make this just a little bit less of a wall of text and figure out how to make it more user friendly. And again, look at other sites in your niche, just or other just e-com sites in general to see how they are doing it, and you can kind of do it the same way. One way that a lot of people do is they use tabs. So like you have a product specifications tab that you click on, and then maybe you have a commonly asked questions tab, and so when you click on the other tab, it hides the other one. So all of this content is still on your page, and Google sees it all on your page, but it's just not all shown all at once. So that's a good way of kind of like hiding content and making it look cleaner while it's still being there and still getting credit for all that content. But yeah, kind of, these are just kind of like CRO type things. So yeah, update the way the site looks, get rid of these walls of text, figure out ways to kind of better organize things in a more visually appealing way, figure out how to drive people to your products from the categories a little bit better, just in a little bit more clear way. I think that'll do some work for you as far as making sales goes.
This site might be HTML, just looking at it.
it it does look
Which
like very.
if that's the case and you're dealing with a lot of that, like I don't, my recourse of action would be maybe to work on rebuilding a WordPress version of this site so I could move more efficiently. But that's your own business model, and I'm sure you've got reasons for doing things however you're doing them. I would like to give this site owner some praise, though, in relevance to if you look at that graph, they were basically floored out in the SERPs traffic wise for like 5 months while they worked on this site. But they stayed on the gas. They, continually worked on improving the site, looking at different angles of what was going on. And over the course of time, they continued to build links. They continued to add more content and build out the network that was there, even though it remained floored. But whenever they found that one piece that was missing to the puzzle, right, which we were able to help them out with, then all that hard work that they'd done over time began to resonate. And I assume, and it is an assumption, that this is going to continue on for quite a while, even if we were to stop right now. just based on everything that had been done. But obviously, they've come this far and they're going to keep on the gas. But a lot of people, when they hit this kind of adversity in the SERPs, they start freaking out and they start clamming up. And that's actually the opposite of what you want to do. You want to remain focused, remain natural, and keep building things as you audit what's going on versus just stopping work completely. So yeah, praise there on continually looking for the next advancement.
But yeah, as far as the website goes, do you really see anything else that catches your eye? I mean, we're not doing like a super in-depth audit here or anything, but
No, I think they fixed a lot of the things. Now, there was one thing I remember looking at here, but I assume they fixed that too. Footer, like a footer issue where they were sending a lot of traffic elsewhere to sites that looked pretty. Yeah, so everything's fixed up now. As far as the main issues that we saw with their on page, besides these design and CRO issues that we're talking about, I'd say, at a glance, just browsing their website, they fixed everything that was looking really off from a perspective of being natural.
still a little bit unsure what he's doing with his blog here. It's like /blogs/articles. Let's see what when we click on one.
Well, and then, yeah,
Yeah, so
and
that's
then the FAQ is set up kind of funny. I mean, like, there's definitely work that still needs to be done, but overall, they've helped improve it a lot just by fixing some simple stuff.
it might not be a super huge issue or whatever, but the fact that your blog is like /blog/articles instead of just /blog, and then your articles are /blog/articles/blog
Well,
name,
and
blog post
then they
name.
have
So you're
slash pages slash whatever.
so you're just going like really, really deep rather than for example, on Sir Links-a-Lot, our blog is just like sirlinksalot.co/blog, I think. And then our blog articles will actually just be sirlinksalot.co/blog post name. Like blog isn't even in there. So that could be something you mess with if you feel like it. You just prefer to not go deep if you don't have to, so basically just keeping as close to your .com without as many backslashes that are just not necessary. But
Yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
well, if you are on WordPress, then ways to fix that would be custom permalinks plugin and a redirection plugin for after you optimize that permalink, you'll 301 the old one to the new one. And that might cause some volatility in the SERPs, but ultimately, it'll pan out properly over
I
time.
saw as well, like you were saying, like his about page is
Hmm.
.com/pages/about us.
Yeah,
Like, what is
so
that slash
actually,
pages thing? You don't know.
now I'm thinking he is on WordPress and those are categories, or it has to do with how whoever structured the website, and that's their way of organizing things.
Yeah, I just don't know.
It's not the end of the world,
Yeah.
I would say, but it's not the best look. And my guess is if you do look in the SERPs, majority of the top performing pages are going to be one deviation from the URL versus these random pages backslash whatever,
I think you're
or
right though. It's
blog
probably just
backslash
some, he's
whatever.
probably on some like e-com kind of like page builder thing.
Could
So
be,
he's got
yeah.
like his slash products, he's got slash collections, and he's got slash pages
Hmm.
instead of just, just whatever. But, like Nick was saying, it's probably not like the hugest deal. I definitely wouldn't say it's like super optimized, but also probably not like the biggest thing in the world. As far, this site looks like it's definitely, you know, it's massively improved compared to uh, what it was before. I'm looking at his blog articles right now. And one thing I'm seeing in your blog articles is I'm not really seeing many contextual links going to other articles. Like I don't really see any contextual linking here. Do you, Nick?
Just the one down at the very
Yeah, I
bottom that
saw
you just
one.
scrolled to.
So let's go to the next one, next article. So there's one, and it's to a product page. Here's another one. All, oh, this is going to a page. Okay, so that's a contextual link. More info. There's another link. So that one has three. So that one has a little bit more. Let's go to another article. It's got one, two, three. Um, what do you think about his contextual links, Nick?
I'm just going over a handful of pages. I'd say he looks all right. I mean, it's random.
So,
Maybe on some of these he could
oops.
do a few more if he wanted to.
Yeah, I would say add more, and I would also say th I saw a bunch of like very long anchors that you're using.
Yeah, that's
Um,
true.
maybe try to be a little bit more natural with your anchor text. You could also, use like your keywords in your anchor text instead of this very long, like long tail type thing. Or maybe you are, maybe just the ones I saw are, you using something different other than your keywords. Um,
But that one you just scrolled over was like 15 words
yeah, it's
long,
very
wasn't
long, right?
it? So
There was,
maybe a bit longer long tail than you actually need. And a lot of times that's indicative of somebody trying to keyword stuff a lot of stuff in there, which isn't best practice either.
yeah, so as far as contextual links go, I would say add more. I would say try to do like 5 to 8 per article, something like that. You can link to your product pages, you can link to your category pages, you can link to other hub pages, and importantly, you can link to your other blog articles as well, right? Other blog articles that are kind of related to um, the same like topic or whatever, because you might have different topics on your website or whatever. Just other blog articles that are related, and yeah, use some maybe a little bit more natural anchor text, and don't be afraid to use even exact match anchors in there, and yeah, maybe just a little bit shorter and more natural and less URLs. Um,
Yeah, lots of URL
yeah, that's actually not very.
contextual links,
It's not
it's
natural.
fine to throw them in every once in a while, but yeah, you don't have to do that with your interlinks. You can be a bit more aggressive because it makes sense. This article is about this particular product, right? So you want to diversify the way you're saying that, but still, you can use money anchors more often with internal linking than you
Yeah,
can from like actual backlinks, right?
yeah,
And maybe every once in a while, if you've been aggressive and you're keeping track and you've got like 10 inner links going to this one page that are all money related, yeah, then the uh, sentence before it can, be about the particular subject matter. And then you say, click here for more info or something random if you want to
yeah.
every once in a while. But yeah, no real need to try and shroud it in these very long tail keywords
Yeah, so just to kind of
or the URL. Yeah.
recap everything, the big things we saw are, well, for CRO, improve your website's appearance, make it look more up to date with just how websites on the internet look these days. Um, make it a little bit better at driving people to your products, using colors to help buttons stand out, or just what the goals, think about what your goals are and where you're trying to drive them from each page, that kind of thing. Clean up those huge walls of text into something that's a little more digestible and doesn't just hit the reader with just this huge mass of information, right? There's lots of different ways you can do that, but just pick how you want to do it. And then as far as SEO goes, your URL structure, we thought it could, basically just eliminate some of these unnecessary steps down the structure, have things closer to the root domain, and then yeah, step up your internal linking game. More internal links from your blog articles, better use of anchor text, less of these huge anchors that you're using, and less URL anchors. I can't even remember the last time I used a URL anchor as an internal link. For building backlinks, we use URL links pretty often. But yeah, not so much for internal linking. I think that's about it. Did I miss anything on the recap there?
No, I think you hammered it down.
Cool. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Be sure to check the description below for links to our blog for more info on this topic, along with a bunch of other cool stuff like case studies, our Facebook community, and our link building services. And like always, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell if you enjoyed the video. Thanks and happy ranking.